It's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials as well as give a lot of baking business tips. And we are back for another baking vlog. I'm gonna do this little kind of spa day slash early evening with my friends, and we decided to have a high tea. So I already went to the store this morning, to the cake supply store. I stocked up on a whole bunch of things, and I also went to the grocery store to pick up a few things. All of my friends chose 3 desserts that they wanted me to make, and of course I'm going to make scones as well. Let me know down in the comments below, do you say scones or scones? Pre-warning that this is one of the least cohesive vlogs I've ever put together on this channel, but it's also probably the realest. I combined a lot of footage over a couple of weeks because it was just so spotty. I did upload a lot of these videos and tutorials already, but I did not have a way to actually put my whole experience together, so finally I am doing that in this video. And this whole vlog is from the busiest month of my entire life. I am such a social butterfly. Our house is the place to be. We usually have our friends over at least once a week, but I hadn't seen them for a long time at this point, and my friend thought, why don't we all get together and have a nice spa day? And I wanted to do something that wasn't too intense, but of course every time I have a get together it seems to become a little bit more intensive, especially when there are desserts involved. But it kind of did relax me. It was relaxing and fun, but at the same time it did put more on my plate. I didn't want to do too many things, but I also wanted things to be extra delicious. And if you've never been to a high tea before, it's all about the lovely desserts. Usually they're smaller. I think I just made these desserts regular sized because it was just the 3 of us, and I didn't feel like going through the trouble of making everything super small, because sometimes that can mess with baking times. If you like to watch my videos, then you'll know why this whisk is so important to me. I actually had a whisk accident a couple of months ago. My husband broke my whisk, which I had for about 10 years. And so I finally got a different whisk that doesn't look like it's that easily breakable, but we'll see if it can stand the test of time. How crazy is this? I wanted to show you guys. That's actually the exact same puff. It's just that one of them has craquelin on it and the other one doesn't. And it seems like the craquelin one actually makes the puff much bigger. Baking science is wild. By the way, this is not cheese. That is actually grated butter. I was reading this recipe and it said to grate frozen butter. This apparently helps keep the scone really nice and light and airy and fresh, and it did. It was so good. The texture in these scones were absolutely delicious. And this is one of those things that I don't make that often, especially not on my channel, because I obviously can't decorate scones and I do a lot of decorating tutorials, but something about making these was just so simple, so easy, but also so rewarding. And I decided to add in blueberries to half of my scone recipe because the girls couldn't decide whether they wanted regular scones or if they wanted blueberry scones, so I decided to go ahead and make a variety. I put the scones in the fridge. They needed to set in the fridge for a while, and I wanted to bake them up fresh once the ladies were there. And then I decided to make some lemon curd. I was going to use these for the scones, as well as place some of them in the cream puffs. So here I am making the meringue for the cream puffs, as well as just some meringue cookies. Look at how satisfying that meringue is. When I first tried meringues, I used to be obsessed with them. It just was so airy and light and crisp and like nothing I had ever had before. But I did quickly grow tired of them. It really is just egg whites and sugar, but now I found different ways to kind of spice them up. I decided to add almonds onto these ones. I really like how almonds, obviously there's no salt or sugar on them, so it helps cut through some of that sweetness. And that's my friend enjoying her spa day. Yeah, they come and they set up the beautiful spa right inside of your home, so I didn't even have to leave. I got to continue prepping things while my friends were getting their various beauty treatments. Honestly, this might sound a little bit strange, but this is one of my biggest fantasies. Have you ever been working on cakes or cookies or doing orders or a ton of baking and you're just so exhausted and all you want is like a full body massage after you're done, but you can never actually get that? You can always book a spa day the next day, but you can never get it right after when you're in the thick of feeling so tired. Well, finally, my dream was coming true because I got to work, and then just as I was feeling so exhausted, I actually got to experience absolute
full relaxation. After I was done my spa treatment, then I went back to prepping all of the cream puffs. I did a lemon meringue version, which actually had the meringue on top, nice and toasty, and then I did Nutella ones, and then just plain classic ones as well. I placed a chocolate-covered coffee bean on each of the tops of these after I toasted them up, and this was the night that I discovered my best friend really does not like chocolate-covered coffee beans, which I found so strange because she absolutely loves coffee and she loves chocolate. And these were all of the little tea sandwiches that she prepared. Another mark of high tea is having these finger sandwiches, and they were delectable. And then I decided to get those scones popped into the oven so that they were nice and fresh. I didn't serve them with clotted cream, which is the tradition. Instead, I served them with whipped cream, and then I also had the strawberry compote along with the lemon curd. None of those snack-like foods were really high tea-like, but they were delicious and they were a great addition to our table. Then I gave a nice sprinkling of icing sugar on top of those scones, and look how adorable. They were also so good with a little bit of that rock sugar on top as well. And in typical content creator fashion, I waited till the next day to take some photos of these.
All last night was super relaxing. I feel like I've been running on fumes. It's like every day I have a little bit of gas in my tank, and then the rest of the day I've just been running on fumes. So I'm just really busy right now. I'm putting on a musical, and I've been, as you know, going to the gym a lot, and because I've put that as a priority, I just am tired. So this morning I didn't actually go to the gym, which is usually what I do on Sunday mornings because I really try to take advantage of every opportunity that I have to do that, since on the weekdays sometimes I have to miss because I'm taking my daughter skating or doing whatever it is that it needs to be done. So this morning I decided to take it easy, and I pulled my meringues out of the oven. I leave them in overnight, just with the oven door open and the oven turned off. And they turned out really well. And I'm probably going to use them on some other desserts. You can also just eat them as is, but they are a little boring. It's really just sugar and egg whites. Not too much flavoring in them either. So I'm going to put those away. I'll show you how I store them so that you can save them for things. And today is a day of cleaning. So like really organizing, really cleaning. I haven't even opened up my pink KitchenAid yet that I got for my birthday. And my birthday was in March. And I still haven't done that. So I'm going to put that away. And I'm going to start working on a project that I've been really excited to talk about. We'll have to wait for that announcement a little bit later on. Usually after I get together, I have like a ton of dishes. So we're doing pretty well. This is not terrible. And I ran the dishwasher last night, got to put those away, and then we will get started on the more fun cleaning.
Not to burst anyone's bubble, but I actually never ended up getting to the fun cleaning. And to this day, as I'm recording this, I never got to it. So that will be a completely separate video.
So I spent $133.81 on this little baking haul, and it was their 1-year anniversary sale. So there was lots of different things going on. We actually don't have that many supply stores in person anymore, really. We had one that was kind of the main one, and then we have this one now, which is great. The other one went fully online for me because they are all the way in Kamloops now. So I'm really excited to try out these impression papers. Now, one thing is I don't know how well it's gonna work when you're doing like a lot, because obviously this is one little strip and you need to keep it on for 24 hours. So that'll be an interesting thing to see. And then I got this cake pop mold. I have a star one and it works so well. And I have some ideas for my son's party coming up. So I thought I would get these, and to go along with it, of course I needed the sticks, but I got these little cake pop boards. I didn't even know these were a thing. I saw them on Instagram once, and it was on their Instagram actually, this store, and so I'm really excited to try them. I also got some baking emulsions, which I'm super excited to try. I don't use these a lot. I tend to go with more natural flavorings, but I really think this cookie butter one is going to be exciting. And then I have a whole bunch of cake boards here. Unbelievably, these ones here were only 75 cents. They're called imperfect cake boards, and I can kind of see why, like see how they don't sit perfectly flat, but for someone like me who makes a lot of fake cakes, no big deal at all. But these top ones I got for some upcoming projects. where I will need things to be nice and steady. And then I got this black cocoa powder. Really excited to try it. Don't know how tasty it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good though. And I'm really excited to see how these specifically work in macarons and in buttercreams. And then I got all of these sprinkles, which, yes, these ones I got just for fun. Like, I really didn't need these for anything, but like, look how fun this is. So these ones are called Majestic something. Majestic BA. Can someone school me on this? Tell me what does that mean? But whatever, does not matter what the name of them are. These are just so pretty. And then these are classic. I tend to use a lot of gold in things, as you guys know. And I specifically bought these because you notice how they're very like metallic gold instead of kind of that matte finish that a lot of them have. So I need those and I will probably use those very often. Same thing with these pearl ones here. These are classic. My sister-in-law's wedding is coming up, so I'm actually going to be making her the dulce de leche cupcakes I made in a vlog a little while ago. And then I'm going to put these on there just to give it that bridal look. And then finally, I got these. My son is having a Ninja Turtle themed party, and these were the most kind of Ninja Turtle-y mix that I could find. Ironically, these are called Under the Sea, which is so funny because my whole life right now I feel is The Little Mermaid, as you guys know, or you might not, but I'm directing The Little Mermaid Junior, and yeah, it's a time. I had Under the Sea stuck in my head for a long time, and I still do. And then I got these fun little baking stickers as well. So I don't drink alcohol or anything. I just don't find joy in it at all. So to feel fancy, I sometimes have my Diet Coke in this.
I spent about an hour or two editing videos, just getting that footage all together.
I actually broke my mic. And so this is the replacement mic. And then I broke the clip that holds in this mic, like right after I bought it.
Fun fact about all of my recordings of voiceovers, however long the video is, voiceovers always take twice that amount. So if the video is 9 minutes long, then it takes me 18 minutes to record all of the voiceovers. After I finished recording, editing, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded a few videos, then I decided to pack my meringues away. They were super nice and crisp, and I want to keep them that way, so I always put a little bit of cornstarch on the bottom, then I put a piece of paper towel in there, and then I go ahead and place all of my meringues. And then I store them, and I store these for up to a couple of weeks. Usually, they're gone by then.
Hi guys, so for you watching this, really no time has passed at all, but for me, lots of time has passed in between. Just to give you a little update, I put on a musical. It was a wild 2 weeks, just day in, day out rehearsal. You can hear it in my voice. I lost my voice, just yelling like past curtains, and you know, you try to use a microphone, but if you've ever worked in theater, you know that you just end up kind of like using your voice and losing your voice. But wow, those kids impressed me so much. And it's so weird because before I started this channel, I was always super dedicated to my job as an educator, and I still was throughout creating my channel. But of course, during 2020, 2021, 2022, there were still so many restrictions put on us, so I wasn't able to like give my all into it, which meant that I could really focus on my channel all of the time. And now it kind of feels like it's shifting back to the way things used to be, where I did put just a significant amount of effort into putting on musicals. That is my thing. Music teachers in our district certainly don't ever have to put on a musical. In fact, many don't. It's just not their thing. It's not what they're super into. It's not their passion. It is so my passion, and having to find that balance now, like true balance between giving it 150% as a teacher, and then also giving it 150% as a content creator. It's so interesting. And obviously YouTube is more of a fun thing for me, so I did let it fall to the wayside. And like, to show you how disorganized I've been, which this so very rarely happens in my life, but I still haven't put away all the stuff that I showed you guys earlier in the vlog, and it's been like a few weeks in between. Normally I put these things away right away, so bad me. But here we go. It's Mother's Day, and I'm going to show you guys how I create a Mother's Day cupcake bouquet. It's a classic, but I know my mom loves to eat cupcakes and loves all the different flavors. So let's do that.
I thought that after the musical was done, I'd be able to let out a huge sigh of relief, and I will say that a lot of that stress did come off, but there were so many other things that I still had on my plate. So I still had my show coming up, which I obviously couldn't talk about in the moment, but the secret is out now, so you guys can catch me on Cross Country Cake Off on ctv.ca if you actually missed the live episode, and I believe that it will be available up there for a while. Now, to my American friends, I don't know if you can access ctv.ca. Perhaps if you use something like NordVPN, then you can. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just know that that might be a good route for some of you that are in the US. I know I have so many viewers there, and I know you guys want to support me. So definitely try that and go and check that out. And although the show was completely filmed and it was over and done with, and there technically wasn't any quote unquote work that I had to do for it, a lot of people were pressuring me to have some sort of watch party. And this is going to sound really silly, but because I don't have cable, I was just going to not watch. And that seems so weird to me now, but I was so incredibly nervous about watching myself on TV that I kind of was like, maybe I'll just let it pass and just be a thing that I did. I had such a great time on the show, so I don't know why I was thinking this way, but all I can think of is that I was just so stressed around this time. So I had that watch party in the back of my mind. I also have a second musical that I'm doing, and it still hasn't completely been done yet. We're 1 week out from that musical, and so that kind of is another stress too. It's not nearly as big as the last musical that I did, but still something on my plate. For the record, though, I am feeling much better. I'm way more relaxed. I've ticked off most of the most stressful things off of my list. Now here you can see that I've been making a Mother's Day cupcake bouquet. If you want to see the full tutorial for that, you can check that out in the right-hand corner where you'll see the results of what I created. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading weekly, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!